I think we all be in the BLA. You know what I'm saying? At some point, it's like, okay, you know, at some point, you like, you're part of revolutionary. It's like, yo, the BLA, we robbing banks, we doing all this, we guns on the police. Then the other part of revolutionary is like, we out here feeding these babies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the version of you want to play? It's like, all of those parts are super important.
Right. That's a fact.
You know? Right. And then we got somebody who
every piece on the chessboard moves.
Somebody got to take the notes.
Right.
Because if all of us get wiped out, then somebody going to think that this is a fairy tale that it never happened. They're going to be like, Nat Turner, he ain't exist.
That ain't that.
I ain't see him on Instagram.
Right. He ain't got no
I ain't seen Nat Turner on Instagram.
Motherfuckers will make a comic book going live. Motherfuckers will make a comic book
going live.
Boom. They'll make a comic book and give them superpowers and shit and just make them like, yeah, it was a comic book. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It was a real
but
shit.
You know what? I learned. I was watching. Man, I've been watching that. I was watching something the other day. It's talking about the original Lone Ranger. Is a black guy. You know what I'm saying? John Horse. I think it's John Horse or something. I don't know if that's the name, but it's one of these black guys who, you know, he was in so many wars, helping the American colonize things and moving around.
Right.
And then he was like, he went to Louisiana or one of these places, and he had to get up out of there, and he wanted to go to Mexico, and he started messing with the indigenous people over there, and he had, you know, Indians over there, I hate to say Indians.
Natives.
You know, natives. And they was rocking out. He was the sheriff. He became the sheriff over there, and then you know, some Caucasians was like, yo, this is a dope story. And you have the Lone Ranger. We can't have no black guy running around like the Lone Ranger.
A lot of our history is like that though. Remix and shit.
I mean,
facts. They'll talk about Edison and how many experiments it took for him to
Edison.
You know what I'm saying? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Develop the light bulb, right? I'm not tripping.
The filament.
Right. But the filament is what made it work. Yeah. That was invented by a black man.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So he never really
we ain't learned that in school. We ain't learned that in
school. The black man got it right. And then
Right.
he took that piece and was like, oh, okay, this is how you do
Put
it.
it in the glass.
Now here's the trick part.
We ain't learned that in school.
Here's the trick part. Why did the black man invent the filament?
Why?
Wasn't it to create the light bulb?
To create the light. Right.
But they'll still give the credit.
Of course.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
So Edison created the glass.
No, he
That's it.
ripped the shit off anyway. So
I mean,
yo,
so
you know, we didn't even start the episode yet. We haven't even started the episode. I know it's gonna be a good one.
I think we recorded, but I didn't know he was going. You know, I said Kanye's a butt. Here you come. So that's
You open a can,
and again, I don't think that we need to take that approach to our own, because nobody else is gonna be mad.
Even if that's what you think, I don't think we, as us brothers, that should be, let them know that we feel.
I'm about to say that too. Like, I don't think we should do nothing that subscribes to none of that cancel culture type of shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's
we gotta embrace that nigga. And if we gotta help him in any kind of way we feel, that's my opinion.
I'm not saying you can't
I'm not canceling nobody.
You can feel how you feel.
I'm not talking about canceling him. I'm talking about, I personally, when you are running around being as destructive as he is being to people that I love, to the culture that I love.
He's a G-check.
But hold on. Why is he being destructive?
Why?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with a line my father used to tell me. When the results don't change, the why is irrelevant.
No, all right. But
No,
That means
How did you say, why is the question always asked by the dumb deaf and
he told us he suffers from mental illness.
Okay.
So we all know, I have that in my family. We all know when they're not on their meds, how those episodes can go sometimes.
Right.
Like, it can be truly detrimental, deadly episodes of them. And it can be some shits where you just ranting and
So when you decide to not take your meds, when you've decided to not take your meds, knowing how powerful you are, and then you decide to run with people who are destructive to your folks.
But at that same time,
Now what happens?
At that same time, in his mind, because it's distorted, He's thinking, yo, I'm leading a revolution.
Oh no,
he believes that shit.
I believe.
I'm not saying what he's doing is not dickheadish.
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying it's not dickheadish.
I believe he thinks he's
And
doing
he's
the right
a visionary,
thing. But the problem is, no one is the villain in their own story. Everybody thinks they're the fucking hero. Like, of course he thinks he's doing the right thing.
That's like one of my OGs
just
just told me.
Mussolini thought he was doing the right thing.
You think you're doing the right thing by calling him a mutt?
No, I think I'm doing my thing by calling him a mutt. Like, I'm not telling anybody else to do it.
Cause listen. Even though some of his statements sound anti-Semitic and shit like that, right? Which some of them are, because his message be distorted because he rambles and goes all over the fucking place. Do you believe that when he's talking about empowering black people, do you believe him, or you think he's acting?
No. I think
I believe the nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. I think it's just a weird approach.
I think when he talks about empowering black people in one sentence, and then turns around and says slavery was a choice in another sentence, or turns around and says,
so do we,
or gives us Candace Owens talking points in another sentence.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that at all. I think
yeah,
but
for that Candace Owens got to be like one of the biggest con artists out here, and you taking points from her, spewing all the shit that she spews. Even if you think this is the way black people is going to be to a better place, even if that's what you really believe.
Too. Like,
so do you chalk that up to mental health?
Her getting it to him was a power move.
Because we don't know if he took his meds that day. He was a
pawn that chessboard, but sometimes sometimes you're the pawn and you don't see it. I think he didn't see it. Like, oh, you got played, brother. You missed that step. She played
narcissism.
Candace Owens not a chessboard.
My whole point in saying all of that. My whole point in saying all of that is, bro, at this level, with your voice, the way you are looked at, you are destructive as shit. You have responsibility.
Destructive to who?
I kind of feel like
to the things you say you want to put forward. You were just wilding and being wild destructive. So at some point, as beautiful as that machine can be, somebody got to fucking put.
I'm getting a feeling you're like he's giving the secrets of what they're doing.
That's what I don't think nobody's to pull the plug.
Why is he being destructive? Because he's telling the secrets of what's going on behind the doors.
For some people,
hold on. That's just like certain rappers that's out here like, yo, it's these type of parties going on, and I went up here and seen this behind the curtain, and I moved around. So now you're not telling what's going on behind the curtain, but you're still in the party. So now if Ye is saying, yo, I went to this party and I flung the curtain over and I walked through the party and now I'm coming back this way to tell you what's happening.
I don't, that's, Sway told him years ago he could have did it on his own. He shitted on Sway in front of everybody. Now he turned around years later talk about, oh, Sway had the answer. We're not reinventing the fucking
perfect. He can't get it right eventually.
Yeah. No, but you still got to eat the fact that
you at some point in your life, you was shitting on yourself, right?
At some point,
you know that, right?
And he apologized to Sway.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.